Today we're exploring Galatians 1:15, a powerful verse about God's call on our lives. Many of us struggle with understanding our purpose and calling, but this passage reveals something profound about the nature of God's call that might transform how you view your service to Him. But when God, who set me apart from my mother's womb and called me by His grace, was pleased, Galatians 1:15. This verse comes from Paul's personal testimony to the Galatians. He's explaining how his apostleship and ministry weren't derived from human authority, but directly from God. Paul emphasizes that God set him apart from birth and called him by grace, not because of any merit, achievement, or qualification. What's striking is the timing Paul describes. God's call was established before Paul could do anything to deserve it. From his mother's womb, God had already set him apart. This reveals something profound about the nature of God's call. It's not primarily about our abilities or even our willingness, but about God's sovereign choice and grace. The phrase, "called me by His grace," is particularly significant. The call of God isn't a reward for spiritual achievement. It's an expression of His unmerited favor. Paul, who once persecuted the church, understood this better than most. His calling wasn't earned. It was given freely by the God who loved him before he ever loved God. In the verses that follow, Paul explains that God was pleased to reveal His Son in me so that I might preach Him among the Gentiles. Notice the order. First, the revelation of Christ within, then the outward service. This pattern is crucial for understanding the true nature of our calling. The call of God is not primarily a call to any particular service or ministry. Many of us misunderstand this, thinking that God's call must manifest as some specific role, pastor, missionary, worship leader, or some other recognized position. But that's our interpretation, often influenced by what we think we'd like to do for God after encountering His nature. The true call of God is essentially expressive of His nature. When God reveals His Son in us, as He did with Paul, something of His character and heart becomes part of our own nature service, then is not the call itself, but the natural outcome of what is fitted to this new nature we've received. Think about it this way. When you fall deeply in love with someone, you don't need to be commanded to think about them, to speak of them, or to do things that please them. These actions flow naturally from the love that has transformed your heart. Similarly, true service to God flows as the overflow of superabounding devotion, not from external obligation or pressure. Profoundly speaking, there is no call to service in the sense of a separate command. Service is the echo of our identification with God's nature. When God gets us into a relationship with Himself, whereby we understand His call, we begin to do things out of sheer love for Him on our own account. It's no longer about fulfilling obligations or meeting expectations. It's about expressing the divine nature that now resides within us. To serve God, then, is the deliberate love gift of a nature that has heard the call of God. It's not about striving to be something we're not or forcing ourselves into roles that don't fit. Service is expressive of that which is fitted to our nature, while God's call is expressive of His nature. When we receive His nature and hear His call, the voice of the divine nature sounds in both, and the two work together in beautiful harmony. Take a moment to reflect. Have you been striving to discover what God is calling you to do, rather than simply allowing His Son to be revealed in you? Perhaps you felt pressure to serve in ways that don't align with how God has uniquely designed you. Consider how your understanding of calling might change if you viewed it primarily as God revealing His Son in you, rather than directing you to a specific task. How might this shift your approach to serving God and others? Ask yourself, am I serving out of obligation or as the overflow of devotion? Is my service the natural expression of Christ's life in me, or am I trying to earn God's approval through my activities? Thanks for joining me today. Remember, your true vocation isn't found in what you do, but in whose you are. Until next time, may you experience the joy of serving from a heart transformed by grace.